Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg Any% tutorial. This video will be covering Pirate Island Mission 1, which is the Gold Egg mission. We're going to jump straight into this. This is a very simple level, so there won't be much to talk about. There are like two little routes you can do here, but they don't really vary that much differently, so like the movement's not that technical. It has some really cool movement though, so that's pretty cool. So let's just start level. We're going to do a nice big skip start off, go through these hoops like so. I'm going to try and take out these enemies as quickly as possible. That was a pretty quick kill. And then we can kill the enemies like this. And then we can grab this gold egg like so. Knowing how the camera works, we know which way to be facing after the cutscene ends. And we'll go grab all this fruit. We actually got bad RNG, so this is perfectly fine. As I said, the RNG doesn't affect the routing that much. This is still a very respectable time in my opinion. And now we have this boardwalk. And I do these boardwalks very risky, but you know, you can take your time on this if you want to. I also got the IGU, so this is actually a really good showcase of the level. It's really cool. And then we have this last hoop here. And we're going to turn around, face the outer. As we do, we reduce the amount of time that the outer has to turn around by going to the outer. Going to where the outer is facing, so we don't have to make it turn. That saves just a little bit of time. Mash B out the cutscene to get the other to talk to you. Now the camera may go in front of Billy or behind Billy. I wouldn't hold any directions here, I just wait to see what the camera does first. And then we jump into it. So nice 41, that's a really good way to start this tutorial. So yeah, the level's going to start off pretty simply. We're going to basically do just a big skip right at the start. And this big skip's really easy. We're just going to grab our egg and dash jump off. Basically just over here. And as you can see, it's quite an easy dash jump to make. You want to land in the leftmost hoop because it is technically the fastest one. And when we get up here, we got a wave of enemies to deal with. So this is a bit RNG as well. Like if that enemy in the top left turns away from you, it's going to be a lot slower. But of course, there's no way to manipulate the RNG, so you kind of just have to respond. I guess just mow through it in which order you see fit. That seems pretty good to me. Then we have another wave of enemies. Now there's like two different ways you can deal with this. You can... The easy way, if you're learning, is to kill the frog first. And I think it's going to be technically faster if you kill all the enemies at the same time. So you want to kill the frog, then move for all the enemies. One thing you don't want to do is to kill the frog against the wall. And I will show that off right now why you won't want to do that. So as you see, this enemy now faced me and I got a much quicker kill because of that. It's because if they face you, they all come in together and like, you know, it's just a big easy kill. Whilst if they go away, they sort of spread out a little bit more. It takes a little bit longer to kill. So this is why we don't want to kill the frog against the wall. Right now it doesn't seem like much of a problem, but when I open up this cage, all the fruit's going to come out, and fruit ignores collision of walls. So there's a chance that this fruit would have become ungrabbable. Essentially, it might have gone through the wall, and we would have been stuck without some fruit, and that wouldn't have been very good. So ideally, kill the frogs towards the middle and not towards the wall, just in case it goes through the wall. Yeah, just keep away from walls when you're dealing with big fruit, because if you lose the big fruit, then you're kind of screwed. So before we continue on, let's talk about the way that I killed the frog in the example and how I do that. This is my personal preference for doing it, because I think it's a little bit more of a consistent way of getting a quick time. So let's do that right now. Okay, so this should be a good example of basically what happens if the fruit goes into the wall and why we don't want it to happen. As you can see, we just lost a banana, and yeah, we can't grab it now. So yeah, now we're kind of like we're a bit screwed. Honestly, if we're not okay, yeah, you can just grab way more fruit to back it up, but we just don't want that to happen. So just don't kill the frog against the wall. I know I said I was going to talk about my strat, but now we're going to do that because we've covered basically what the worst case scenario is, so let's get into that now. So let's talk about how I introduce this level. It's the same as basically how we normally start it. So go for this blue ring and kill these enemies as is normal. Cool. Then when we get up here, let's get the enemies to be visible. We're going to kill the enemies in this order. Let me get my trusty arrow. We're going to kill this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Then we're going to come around the back of the frog and hit it 3 times. And we have to move fairly quickly here so the frog doesn't actually hit us. So it should look like this. That frog is dead near a wall, which I said not to do, but honestly I think I just got pushed the wrong way. And he's not inside the wall, and I think that's basically what's going to make the fruit spawn out of bounds. So that's good. Okay, now let's talk about the RNG, because right now I just got good RNG, and I don't think I'm ready to talk about what's going to happen next. So, let's talk about this right now. So, as we already know, that the good RNG drops for golden eggs, cherries, and pineapples. Any cherry and pineapple will grow at twice the rate as any other fruit. So, if you see them, that's good. And if we pick up all the fruit here with cherries and pineapples, we should get a mid-sized egg, like we do right now. Now, we want to be going to the boardwalk over there with a mid-sized egg. But, you know, usually, if you don't have a mid-sized egg by this point, we need to go grab more fruit. So we basically go down the beach and we grab some of this fruit down here. And then if we still don't have enough, then we're going to grab this box and grab that big strawberry. And we can head over this way. Essentially. So, that's essentially what happens if you had bad RNG. That's what we're going to be doing if you had bad RNG. If you had good RNG, you pick up all the fruit here, and then you just head this way, as it gives you a better line, and also requires no extra fruit pickup, and you can just do a nice dash jump over there. So, now that I've explained how we're going to be routing this level, let's actually show off some examples. But yeah, the main takeaway here is we need a mid-sized egg to be entering the boardwalk. If you can get one over here, then you can just go this way. If you need more fruit, then you have to go down to the beach, and if you need even more fruit, grab this strawberry. So the reason why we want a mid-sized egg is just because we need to get enough fruit to max it out, and we also don't want to be short on fruit here, because some bad stuff can actually happen. I'll explain that in a bit, but yeah, let's talk about the routes now. So I'll show off bad RNG first because it's the most common one, then we'll show off good RNG because it's less common. Okay, so this is what you're going to do if you have good RNG, which is a cherry drop. So we're going to pick up all this fruit until we get a mid-sized egg, like so. And then we're going to head over here and just do this dash jump into this ring. And then we're going to roll into this ring. We'll explain this next movement after we've done the bad RNG route, because it's basically the same from this point. So yeah, give me 2 seconds to get some bad RNG. Okay, so this is what you're going to do if you get bad RNG. We're going to basically pick up all the fruit as well as we can. Walk if you want to pick up more accurately, and then we can pick up some fruit in a line there and grab the strawberry. And that will easily get our egg this size. Awesome. Okay, so when we get out of this blue hoop, we're going to do the boardwalk movement, and it's pretty simple. We're going to dash. Okay, actually it's perfect. You can actually see the boardwalk from this, so I can get my arrow. We're going to dash down this first platform, and then at the end of that dash, we're going to dash jump to the second platform. Then we're going to recover at the edge of that, and as we recover, at the peak of that recovery, we're going to roll across the gap, and then there'll be some fire there. We're going to roll jump across that, and then we're going to recover at the end of that platform. And then at the peak of that recovery, we're just going to roll, and then that'll get us down that sloped surface there. So, it should look like this. It's pretty simple. Don't think of it as actually daunting at all. It's actually so easy, and I think people just don't try it enough or fail it and go, oh, never again. It's just easy. You know, you're going to dash. You also want to pick up fruit as you go down here. Like this. You can just take your time on these rolls, and you get across nice and easy. You could actually get an IGU here, but if you don't get it, don't worry. I didn't get it there. If you don't know what an IGU is, it's an instant get up. Essentially, you'll just go from a the recovery state straight to a standing state with no lag. Essentially, it's pretty good tech, and yeah, I just didn't get it there, but I got an example. If you want to see what that looks like, just watch the example again. Either way, from this point, we're going to go this way, and we're going to grab those two fruits, and that should max out our egg. If you don't, for some reason, have a maxed out egg at this point, just kill the frog. Actually, I think there's fruit in here. Yeah, there's fruit in there, but like, I honestly don't know which one's faster, but you do have a lot of fruit available to you if you don't have enough. So, shouldn't be an issue. You will lose time, but you won't lose too much time. Okay, this has been cut in a bit later because I really just scuffed up my words. Next up, I'm going to be showing you how to do the boardwalk movement extra fast if you want to be super speedy like me. I wouldn't recommend doing this if you're learning still, but this is pretty cool if you want to look to save some time on quite a short level, so let's do that right now. Okay, so the faster boardwalk movement basically is just a little bit more advanced. It's essentially the same movement, But what I'm doing is, essentially, I'm recovering right on the edge of each platform that I need to recover on, and then I'm rolling right away. Because if I get right on the edge, then any roll should really make it across those gaps. If you're a little bit to the left, you're just gonna... So if you're a little bit too far back, you will miss. So this is why you need to be right on the edge. And it should look like this. This is something you could learn, but yeah, I would definitely practice it. As you can see, like, I'm hardly, like, spending any time there. I'm getting up very quickly. And that's just a way you can do it faster, but it's, I would just take your time with it and have fun with it. One thing I do need to mention about this boardwalk, actually, before we finish up, is I can't really show it off right now, because I'm really bad at showing off some of these bad things that can happen. I can just tell you about them. If you don't have a mid-sized egg at this point, you will need to pick up fruit on this boardwalk, and there's a mechanic in this game called cluck jumping, and I haven't actually explained cluck jumping at all in this tutorial. Essentially what a cluck jump is, it's essentially what an IU is. It's an instant get-up tech. But it's one that actually hinders you as opposed to benefits you. Essentially, if your egg grows, or if you try to dash jump over sloped surfaces, I'm trying to think of a surface where I could potentially try and get one of these. You might be able to cluck jump on this actually. But yeah, essentially, if you try to do a dash jump or roll jump or try to jump on a sloped surface, the game will try and stop you from doing that, and it will like give you no air or very little air at all if you're dash jumping or roll jumping. Like, you'll basically do a dash jump where you get very little height in the air and you'll just fall flat on your face like that. And a roll jump basically does the same. It will basically give you very little speed and very little air time. And the reason why that's a problem is because cluck jumps can occur if on the frame you jump when your egg grows. So if your egg grows and you try to jump, you will get the cluck jump. And because you're doing this by this fire, that will break your egg, by the way. It will essentially kill you. It will kill your run. You'll cluck jump right in the fire and lose your egg, and it's very annoying. It's happened to the best of us at times. So that's why we say we want a mid-sized egg, just because whilst you can technically get up there, whilst technically you will have enough fruit by the end, even if you don't have it, you're putting yourself at risk of getting a cluck jump and killing your run. So that's why we say get a mid-sized egg, just for safety. So with that out of the way, let's talk about how we finished it. So we got those two fruits, and we're going to egg bounce onto this platform. Once we egg bounce on there, we're just going to roll back into this yellow ring and press A to get out immediately. I'm also on the wrong side of the chicken outer, because I had a different camera and I was just, I'm so dumb. But yeah, we're going to go to the front of the chicken outer after this cutscene and talk to him. We don't want the chicken outer to turn around. In fact, because I've explained every time that you don't want the chicken outer to turn around, I'll like show off why we don't want that. Look how slow that is. It's such a slow turnaround that like you might as well just go to the front to save some time. But yeah, this is the end of the level. There's nothing else to talk about. So yeah, I've been Kyrone. This was a very scuffed tutorial on a very scuffed level, so thank you so much for watching. Follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Kyrone. Discord link will be in the description if you want to learn this game. It'll also be at speedrun.com/BH in case that link doesn't work for some reason. Anyway, I've been Kyrone. I want to get out of here because I hate this level. See you, boys.